so we're going to start off the 43rd Sutta discussion. Today's topic is going to be based on a sutta called Serī Sutta. Serī is a deity. So the suttas that we've been talking for the past sessions, 42 sessions, most of them were taken from the suttas based on a deity approaches, or a bunch of deities approach the Buddha, and then they say something, and then Buddha completes, complements the whole idea. They present the conventional truth, Buddha presented the ultimate truth. So truth has two sides, so not one or the other one. It is the amalgamation of the both. Okay, so today's topic I would put this way: those who dispel stinginess, in Pali we call macchariya, will be supported in the next life and partake of food in this and the next life, according to the Serī Sutta, S-E-R-I, so the Samyutta Nikaya 2.3 reference. So this sutta is very interesting because most of you are offering dāna and then most of you are generous, who are generous supporting people who are in need, and places like this or in your circles of friendships you are generous, right? So Buddha distinguishes macchariya, stinginess, from the greed in this sutta. So we identify in the Buddhist teachings stinginess and greed. They are two different things, two different how do you call them? Bad virtues, not a good virtue. Okay. What happens in this sutta? Standing to one side, the god Serī addressed the Buddha in verse. I would read in Pali first, so that you know that it is so authentic. Anna meva binandanti ubhaye deva manusa atako namako yakko yang annan nabinandati. Yenang dadanti saddhaya vippasannena cetasa tameva annang bhajati asmin loke paramhicha. Tasma vineya maccherang tajja dānang mala bibhu punyani paralokasmin patitta honti paninanti. Both gods and humans enjoy their food. So what's the name of the spirit who does not like food? So we all, the gods mean deities, and humans, we all enjoy food. In Buddhism, there are 4 types of food, not just the physical food. We talk about physical food, nutriments, and food for the thought. Sorry, what do you call? Food for the mind. It could be thoughts. They are food, right? It's pretty difficult for mind to operate without thoughts. So it's food. And then contact. We need contact and kind of contact. So that way there are different type of food, not just the physical eatables. Okay. So anyways, okay, let's put this way: non-humans and humans, they all enjoy their food. And then now this deity Serī raises this question. So what's the name of the spirit who does not like food? So who doesn't like the food? Everybody likes food. Buddha says, those who give with faith, I would put faith into trust or confidence in the Buddhist teaching. With faith is mostly coming out of Abrahamic religious traditions. So people get misunderstood. What is faith in here? Because we know faith in the Christian or other Abrahamic traditions, but the proper word could be trust, saddha, trust or confidence about the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So those who give with the trust towards the Buddha, his doctrine and the monastic community, and a clear and confident heart. So every generosity, especially when it is done towards the monastic communities or other places. Now, in this case, you might think, what is the trust then in the Buddha and Dhamma and Sangha? You could think about the trust about the situation as the donor and the donee and what you give. Those who give with trust and a clear and confident heart partake of food in this world and the next. Really happy. So if you are that kind of a generous person, you are happy because you know you are offering that with trust and clarity and with a confident heart. This is what Buddha said. And then he also said in another stanza, so you should dispel stinginess, macchariya, overcoming that stain, it's a stain, and give a gift. The good deeds of sentient beings, support them in the next world. Not even in the next world, but also in this world. So, okay, the most interesting point here is, as I brought up at the beginning, is greed and stinginess. Now, in the Buddhist teachings, there are a lot of teachings about stinginess, or we call it avarice, right? Stinginess or avarice. Greed is very common, but Buddha always focus, and the monks always focus on the macchariya, thing. Anyone knows about the difference between lobha and macchariya, called greed and stinginess? Any idea? Okay, maybe we can talk about your opinions at the end of the session. Oh, lobha means greediness for something you don't have and wishing for more than what you have. Okay? I think not even that, not even the greediness for something you don't have. I also think when you have a lot of desires for things that you don't need, sometimes you have the needs, but you go for a lot of wants. So it's a problem, right? So that might be lobha. And macchariya, stinginess, means not sharing what you have in excess or wishing that others do not have what you have. That's a big problem in today's world. So that's the difference between lobha and macchariya, and I have a very comprehensive explanation about this in the book called Abhidhamma Sangha. Greed, it's about greed at the beginning. Greed, the first unwholesome root, lobha, dosa, moha, that's the first unwholesome root, covers all degrees of selfish desire, longing, attachment, and clinging. Its characteristic is grasping an object. Its function is sticking as meat sticks to a hot pan. It's manifested as not giving alms. So its proximate cause is seeing enjoyment in things that lead to bondage. So I think it's beyond your needs. So mostly we can say someone is greedy when that person is overly attached to what that person has. It doesn't matter that you like what you have, but if you excessively like what you have, and if you think you want to go for many wants, and I think that's a sign of the greed. And then what's stinginess? The characteristic of avarice or stinginess is concealing one's own success when it has been or can be obtained. Its function is not to bear sharing these with others. So mainly you can understand when you or some other person don't want to share what they have, that could be a sign of stinginess. It's manifest in shrinking away from sharing and as meanness or soul feeding. Its proximate cause is one's own success. So it looks like that person doesn't like the same success is going to other people. So that's basically greed and stinginess, which you call lobha and macchariya. Not even that. Now, when Buddha says dispel macchariya, we need to share what we have. But there's a nice word. You can share things you have in excess, right? Sometimes you can share. You have only, things only to a certain extent. It might be the extent that you can only use. So you might not have things in excess. Anyways, but if you have things in excess, please share those things with other people, with whomever the needy. We need to overcome that stain because it really supports your this life and the next life. And there is a story at the end of this sutta, which is narrated by the deity Serī. So he remembers something and he's sharing with the Buddha. It's incredible, sir. It's amazing how well said. This was by Master Gautama. Gautama is the name of the Buddha. He repeated the Buddha's verses and said, now this is his story in a past life. How he was able to become like this. I will make it short. Once upon a time, sir, I was a king named Serī, same name, a giver, a donor, who praised giving. I gave gift at the 4 gates to ascetics and Brahmins, to paupers, vagrants, travelers, and beggars. Then the ladies of my harem approached me and said, Your Majesty gives gift, but we don't. Your Majesty, please support us to give gift and make money. So they want to do the same thing, the ladies in the harem. And what happened? When they say we would give, then what happened? I gave the first gate. There were 4 gates of the palace or wherever he stayed, and I gave the first gate to the ladies of the harem. Then they gave gift while my own giving dwindled. So he gave up his practice of giving to the ladies of harem. It's pretty interesting. Like sometimes we know when a number of devotees offering dāna to the temple every month, when there is a sudden death or kind of a thing happens, somebody has to give up that dāna date to to the person who wants it, right? So it's like giving up your dāna for someone else's dāna. So that's pretty interesting. So this King Serī gave up 1 gate because he was offering food for all these people. Who are they? Ascetics, Brahmins, paupers, vagrants, travelers, and beggars. So he gave the first gate, the offerings that he did to that extent, to ladies of harem. And then the same thing happened from another group of people, aristocrat vassals. Who are they? They are the people who fight for the king, expecting something from the king. So king can go to all the places, all the territories. So they say, we will do for you, but we're expecting something. So these aristocrat vassals approach him, King Serī said, we also want to join this. And then what happened? King Serī gave another gate, a second gate to them, and then he gave up his giving, so they continued. And his troops also approached him. Looks like, I would say, army, people who protected him, security people. And then he gave up the 3rd gate for them. But he gave up. And then what happened? Brahmins and householders in his country or state, they also approached and then said the same thing. We also want to join. And then he gave up the 4th gate. And then what happened? And then some of his friends approached him and then said, you know what, now you have stopped your generosity, so give some thoughts to continue your practice. And then what he said, so then my men, 2nd half of the revenue from the outer districts to the royal compound, then give half right there to ascetics and Brahmins. So he started off in a different way. He saw that there was another income coming from a different state. So he said, take half of that revenue and then continue my practice on behalf of me. So he was very happy sharing what he did as being a king in a past life, and said to the Buddha, I was not stingy, I was wholeheartedly giving out. And there's an interesting word here, it's called Donna Patty. In the Buddhist teachings, Buddha identifies three people who are generous: Dāna dāsa, Dāna sahayaka, Dāna Patty. I will explain to you who they are. Dāna dāsa are the people when they, let's say, when they want to offer something to someone, let's say, be that food, they think we're not giving the food, exact food that we have. We want to give it little lower. Let's say they are consuming food or whatever the things in a certain way, but when we want to offer food to other people, we want to give it little lower than us. They are called dāna. They are generous, but the way they are doing is little lower than how they eat or consume. Dāna dāsa. And the second category of people are called Dāna sahayaka. So when they want to offer dāna or food, what they think is, okay, we're gonna offer food or the other things that's exactly the same way how we eat or consume. They won't go any higher. Like sometimes you eat based on your income, right? You can't go for a luxurious, sumptuous meal all the time like you see in a fine dining setting, right? But you can, of course, think about, okay, what it could be a sumptuous meal in a fine dining requirement when you offer something. But those people, they never think, okay, we're going to give the same way how we eat or consume. They are called Dāna sahayaka. That's another kind of a group of people who offer food or other things. This might not be the food. It could be a t-shirt. It could be clothing. It could be food. It could be something else. Let's say you wanna give a watch to someone. You think about, okay, I'm gonna offer the same watch I have. Not something really good. Maybe really better than this. They are the people who are called Dāna sahayaka. We call them Dāna companions. And the third group of generous people are called Dāna Patty. So their nature is when they want to be generous, offer something to someone, be that food or whatever, they're going to do the best of how they think. They won't eat the same way, but they want to offer it to the best of how they can do. Sometimes you do this once in a while, not every day, right? Even when you help someone out. So Buddha says we should try to be the third kind of group, if we can. If you can't afford, don't do that. But if you can, we should aim at that level. So be a Dāna Patty. Now this Serī, King Serī, was a Dāna Patty. I don't see the good translation. It was just a donor. But the Pali, it's called Dāna Patty. Dāna dāsa, Dāna sahayaka, Dāna Patty. So the person who consume food and then offer the same, not the same way, little lower, and the person who eat and consume and offer at the same level, the person who eat and consume and want to offer to the best of how they think, the highest in the dāna practice. That's a good thing to understand. And I also want to talk about spirits. The Pali word is yakka. Anyone knows about this term? Yakka. People really scared about this term in Sri Lankan culture. Yakkas, somebody like a spirit came in or something. So we know in the Buddhist teachings there are humans and non-humans, right? So we are humans and there are non-humans. Who are the non-humans? Devas, deities. Yakkas, we call them spirits, ghosts or spooks. Could be any of them. Rakkhasas and Dānavas, Gandhavas, Kinnaras, Mahoragas. They are not seen in many texts, but we could see them if you are a good reader in many suttas. But anyways, yakka is not always bad, because we know there is a yakka called Janavasabha in the Buddhist teachings. So this yakka was a sota, like a stream winner. In Buddhist teachings there are 4 stages: Sotapanna, stream winner, and once returner, Sakadagami, non-returner, anagami, and arhan is the last stage. So he was a first stage attained person. Anyways, some people say Yakka is a tree spirit. Those are the beings who protect the trees outside. So anyways, the god Serī says, what's the name of the spirit who doesn't like food? So that's also an interesting thing. So all in all, I would say what we can learn from this sutta is to understand, distinguish the difference between lobha, greed, and macchariya, stinginess. So I think you all understand now what it is and the difference between two of them. Also, why Buddha made a special emphasis on stinginess, macchariya, more than greed. Because I think a lot of people could be greedy because when they earn things with hard work, stuff, they could be greedy. But when it comes to stinginess, it could be a problem. When you don't like, you can to share the things with other people in excess. When you have those things in excess, it could be a problem. And there are, how do you call idiomatic expressions like sharing is caring, So you can do this sharing only when you feel you have things in excess. But sometimes they are not necessarily be the objects. It could be a smile, it could be listening to other people, it could be caring, right? So all let's say when you are happy, you can share your happiness with other people. If you know that he or she is the right person, friend, society. I think that's something really good to learn out of this sutta. Any questions? Luke?
No.
No? Okay, there are no questions. We can close this session by sharing good karma with the departed relatives and the deities. May all the departed relatives who passed away in the name of all of us share in all these good karmas. May they be happy and peaceful. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's recite the stanza. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Also, let's share all the good karmas with the deities who protect all of us. May all the deities share in all these good karmas. May they protect all of you, your family members, everybody who you know, who you don't know. May all the deities be happy and peaceful. May they also attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavata cha ammihi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti sindhya. Ittavata cha ammihi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti sindhya. Ittavata cha ammihi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti sindhya. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu loka sasanang. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu desanang. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu mang paranti. Finally, let's make a great wish. May all the good karmas we've been accumulating so far help all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now I'm going to bless you with a couple more stanzas. Abhivadana sirissa nichang vaddha pachayino chattaru dhamma vaddhanti ayuvannu sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sangha sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminati saminjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, let's respect the Buddha 3 times.